The merger of the Northwest Parks Board and Northwest Tourism Board was initiated in 2018 as the entities were relying on each other to execute their mandates of, among others, conservation and tourism management.
The Northwest Parks and Tourism Board is a state-owned entity of the Department of Economic Development, Environment and Conservation and Tourism. We manage 15 protected areas which have a surface area of plus minus 200,000 hectares. And as an entity, we manage 4 populations of white rhino and 2 populations of black rhino within our conservation estates. Because of the natural dynamics of this population, that is natural mortalities, the infightings, the rhino breakages and dehornings, now and again, loose or broken horns are collected or picked up by our game rangers when they do their patrols in the field.
While the merger experienced delays towards the end of the 2019-2020 reporting cycle due to the coronavirus pandemic, the completion of the process has necessitated the appointment of board members to apply the requisite oversight.
When the decision was taken to dissolve the previous board, what was the interim oversight measure or mechanism that was put in place? What was the interim oversight measure or mechanism that was put in place?
We only finished the issue of the merger on, I think it was March. The reason why we're still not having the board now is because of we had to wait for the processes of the merger. And as you all know, Chair and the members, that the processes to measure the 2 boards is taking too long. So we only finished by, I think it's March or April, but I will just check with the HOD, the exact date. The board will be appointed soon. We have issued the Gazette for the public comment.
However, the recent theft of rhino horns held in the care of the board has raised questions about its capacity to protect such high-value natural resources from international illicit rhino horn trade syndicates.
I think this whole case really brings the question up in terms of whether or not an entity such as the Northwest Parks Board, which is in a lot of flux clearly, should be looking after such incredibly valuable materials, and whether or not this responsibility should be given to another entity instead.
The newly established Northwest Parks and Tourism Board will operate on an annual budget of 221 million rand. Sentleeng Lehihi, SABC News, Mahikeng.